Crack a couple beers, we'll talk about the sport. Maybe some other things, don't take us to court.
Welcome back to another episode of the Weekend Warriors. We're here with myself, Jack Winler, Caleb, and Stobart. How you doing, boys?
Yeah, bloody good, mate. Bloody good. Another day in paradise. Got to have a little bit of a run around at the nets today and chuck a couple down and have a hit. Stobey, how you doing, fella?
Yeah, I'm good, mate. I was just holding off, making sure I didn't say the same thing as you like last week. So, we're getting better each week, fellas. That's the main thing. But I'm bloody good. Just still in lockdown, level 3 things. But
no one needs reminding. Thanks.
Yeah, sorry. Apologies to all
involved. 2 weeks.
Yeah, go the lads. Fair
enough too. All right, well, say less. Look, this week we are. you kept saying and forever. Look, this week we're mixing up, listeners. So thank you so much for your feedback. As always, we really do appreciate it, and we do listen to try and make this as enjoyable as possible. So look, we heard, some people wanted some shorter episodes. So what we're going to do is each week we're going to start the week off with the review of the weekend plus our fun segments that you love. And then we're going to continue to do the back end of the week with our preview, It'll be a shorter one where we just get our, opinions or commentary on what we think is going to happen and our picks and our tips. But yeah, this will be our longer one at the start of the week. Gives you more time to listen and hopefully, though, does break up the content rather than doing it all as one. So thank you for that. Look, before we get stuck in today, guys, as you said, as we've talked about today, and like for the listeners out there, today on 18th of October in 2021 was a massive day, in a sporting community with a fucking horrible loss of Sean Wainui. Sean, I wanted to bring it on here, and I really appreciate you guys giving me the kind of, I guess, firstly the confidence, but also just, that giving me the ability to talk about this because Sean was a mate from school, from when I was, 13 to 15. We played cricket together. We sat next to each other in class for 2 years. He was a little shitbag, and I definitely looked up to him massively, trying to be cool like him. And today's loss was really hard. When I saw that, it was genuinely it was a genuine shock and something I haven't felt for a very long time. And it really cut me deep. Thinking of someone our own age, 25, he's a husband, he's a dad and a stepdad to some, beautiful kids and his wife. And that hit really hard today. But what was just absolutely amazing was within communities similar to ours or just within the people I know, how much love and respect that they had from. He's a leader, a warrior, and, the word mana came up a lot. Which isn't something that's thrown around too often. So I wanted to talk about the fact that, I really struggled today. And I'm really grateful for my friends and my family. Sorry, 2 seconds, I'll be good.
Really good, Jack.
Yeah, so look, I struggled today, and we spoke the other week around mental health, and we were trying to encourage people to talk, but it starts with yourself and ourselves, and that's why I'm speaking up today, because lockdown, job, tough, and today hit me. So look, I just wanted to chuck it out there that it's okay to feel the way we felt, and I put something on my Instagram around being there for anyone who needed it, and I really mean it. But the coolest part about that is I reckon maybe 40 messages from people checking if I was okay, because I showed I was vulnerable, but I was there for others, but they were there for me. So I appreciate each and every one of you. Just very much love my people, and just that was really drilled home today. So look, we'll keep. I'm good. Look,
really, mate, Jack, really well said, man. That's like to chuck yourself out in that position and be vulnerable. Not just to us, obviously, but to bigger audiences is pretty impressive, dude. Something that a lot of us guys in particular can take a lot from. It's not something that's easily spoken about as, when we're struggling. And, I obviously lost my uncle earlier this week or last week as well. And I didn't even tell you boys until a couple of days after the fact. So just it's really puts things in perspective doesn't it, fellas? And just make sure that you are reaching out to each other and looking after one another, because fuck me, life's too precious and too fucking short, as we found out today. But I guess, look, really well said, buddy. And you've always got a couple of good buddies here to fucking shoulders to cry on if you need to. So well done for being brave, bro. But into the fucking theme, let's get into it, I reckon. In lieu of the weekend's activities or events, that went on, a bit of a house party, I believe, over the shore. A few accusations flying around that Big Len was there, but I can believe me, he was not there. He was passed out very early on Saturday night. 10 o'clock, I believe he fell asleep. So we've got that one in the books. Len was not at any house party, and Len is not an influencer, so didn't get the invites for him.
He's more cut that he wasn't invited, not that he wasn't there.
He's still waiting for his blue tick, eh? Len.
So in light of those events that took place over the weekend, we thought, what better opportunity than to put the theme of house party in for this weekend or this week's episode. And to, I guess, kick things off, we've got the all-time favourite. It's Punt, Pork or Propose with Stobey. What have you got, son?
Oh, yeah, an all-time favourite for me, and probably no one who listens to me talk about it, because I'll just get rude, crude and ugly. So bear with me. Hopefully a few of you enjoy it. So, yeah, Punt, Pork or Propose. Obviously, we've got our three options. Punt, you kick it to the curb and get rid of it. Pork, just a one-off, just a how's your father sort of situation. Obviously we had SpongeBob last week, so it seemed like there were a few porkings going on. Or Propose, love me long time, and get the good for a decent amount. So that's what we got. That's Punt, Pork or Propose. Probably the worst introduction to it ever, but we'll just run with it. So this week we've got the theme house party. All right, so we got our Stat Cup, Circle of Death, or beer pong. Three all-time classics, three beauties, but one of them's going to have to go, fellas. And I'd be interested to see what we got. We'll go to you, Jack Windler. What do you reckon, mate?
Yeah, I mean, great intro. Thanks for taking up 2 minutes of our life. So, look, and just to let everyone know, there were no sponges harmed in our last episode. For anyone heard, Stobey just absolutely annihilate SpongeBob. So, look, Stat Cup, Circle of Death, or beer pong. So, real tough one. Some absolute all-time classics, and definitely a great way to get inebriated. So, look, I am going to probably have to get controversial early and punt beer pong. Look.
Hey. No, fuck off. You were playing beer pong by yourself on Saturday, you fucking little bastard.
That's probably why he's punting it, because he fucking sucks.
Honest to God, I kid you not, it took me so long to record one going in for the chat. It was bad. It was bad, man. Look, these T-Rex arms don't go very far, and I really struggle when people start yelling elbows at me when I'm fucking these tiny things. I do take offense. I get carried through too many games. No basketball related things are good for me, so that can fuck right off. Alrighty, next up I have Stat Cup. It's good, it's quick, it's fast, it's a bit of a quickie, so which isn't the worst thing for a pork. Everyone's moving fast, but again, short arms, they don't go far enough. And there's bounce-like activities going on, and I'm just not feeling it. So, plus there's a lot of liquid that can hit the table or hit the ground. It's very dangerous, and the house can get a little bit messy because of it. So, one time, quick game, off to town. Last one, Circle of Death, my absolute all-time favorite. I have rules on my phone from my notes from when I was when I just turned 18, when I was about 15, got the rules still from then and absolutely love it. Otherwise known as King's Cup or Circle of Death, but it's an absolute classic. You can have a great time. You get to learn other people's rules as you go to different people's parties, and things like gecko and slamming yourself against the walls. And I don't know if you've played Drive and all these sort of games. It's just the best fun. So you're confused faces already. Exactly. There's everyone has different rules, and it's great.
His own rules. He's playing those by himself as well.
Plenty of playing by myself over here, mate.
What about you, Len? What do you got for us?
Very good. Unlike Jack, I'm going to have to punt old King's Cup or Circle of Death straight to the curb. Thanks for coming. See you later. Too much sitting around for my liking. I can't sit still to save myself. I'm mild ADHD, I think. I'm just constantly like frittering out.
Mild. Right.
So that can do one. What have we got? Porking. Oh, mate, I'm porking beer pong here. It's good for a one-off, get you going, ease in, if I can get your eye in. But after a few beers, mate, you just constant. It turns into a shambles, and people want to rearrange every second go, and people are cheating and all sorts, and you get bounce shots, and I try to fucking pull them for 6 and end up just taking out the whole table. So no good after the first round. So can't play the short ball in cricket, and I can't play it in beer pong either. So we'll leave it there for a one-night stand, and we'll be proposing to Stack Cup. I love that game. It's actually really, really good fun. Rage cage, whatever you want to call it. I'm quite good at bouncing balls into cups or putting balls into holes.
Jesus. Jay from the in-betweeners, eh?
Not like that. Jeez, grow up. But
golf.
yeah, no, I love it. I think putting them into bouncing them in. And anyway, I'm going to propose to that because I'm quite good at it, and you just generally get one person real fucked. So that's what I'm going to propose to.
Very nice.
So,
geez, nice, mate. Interesting. Yeah, very interesting.
Stobey, do you know these games? Just checking.
No, I had to figure it out. I had to Google them or watch videos. So I did a few tutorials on a couple of them.
Good.
Hopefully I'll be good next time, or at least I'll know what they are. But so yeah, I went with Len here. I punted Circle of Death or King Cup, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Like, you just sit around doing fuck all. People get pissed off. Like, it takes fucking ages. You're just hanging around, and like some cunt forgets it's their turn, and then it's a shambles. I can't stand that game. Anyway, sorry.
Tell us how you
ADHD as well.
Oh yeah, mate, it's just over my head in, like. And then you got people, waterfall. Oh no, I don't want to fucking drink. Shut up, like. Yeah.
You're the one saying that. I don't want to drink. You're sitting there on your calming teas.
Yeah, I'm the sensible one. I went with porking. This was hard. I went with porking Stack Cup because I sort of went the other way. I sort of thought Stack Cup was the one that you get pretty pongoed pretty quickly, and it's a big mess, and you just do it once and then move on. But I love it. I think it's one of the goats. It's a beauty. And then I proposed to beer pong. Just a good classic game. You get competitions going. You can sort of circle in and out of it, and makes for a pretty good night. So that's the way I went with that one. So yeah, interesting to hear your thoughts, fellas. Maybe we can get all three going at a Weekend Warriors event, maybe in about 6 months' time when we get out.
We'll have to put Len's game in there as well, though.
Oh yeah, Len's game's actually good.
What, tap and gap?
No, Stobey, you silly boy.
Jesus, get your fucking head out the gutter.
Come on, mate. Calming
That's
teas.
disgusting.
Anyway,
sports review, boys. Bit of NPC over the
get
weekend.
into it.
How are we going? Tipping comp's gone off to a flyer as well. We're 3 rounds in, but we'll start with the old Friday night one, and that was Otago going up against the old Tani Wha. And as you know, good heart, Northern boy at heart, and we all backed the Tani Wha home, and unfortunately the Tani Wha didn't even show up. They went down, I think, 17-0 after about 10 minutes, late to arrive at Old Toll Stadium in Rotorua, apparently. But yeah, look, I guess they came back quite nicely. It was a bit of a messy game, failed to convert. They had plenty of chances, but look, 17-0 after 10 minutes, your eyes up against it, trying to come back. So the end score there, I think, was 24-13 to Otago. So they're off and running. Taranaki versus Waikato. You boys obviously backed the Mulu men, unfortunately, and Taranaki got up. That was 33-26. That was a really good game, actually. It was 27-26 with about 10 minutes to go, and then Purefeta stepped up and nailed a couple of late penalties to see them home, which was good. And just quietly, how bloody good is Waisaki Naholo's brother? Holy heck, he can play. What a beast. Hawke's Bay, Canterbury. I think we all went Hawke's Bay except for you, Windles. You went Canterbury, didn't you?
Oh, we don't need to talk about that.
Sorry about that. Anyway, Christchurch thought there was another earthquake on Saturday, but it was just a magpie shaking up Orange Theory Stadium. They did a fucking number on 45-26. 45-26 was the final score there.
Yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, they did. They did a number on the old Cantabs. Wellington, Manawatu. Wellington had a lot more to play in this game, and I thought that showed. Bonus point victory. Final score, I think 36-16. And Ruben Love producing one of the probably individual tries of the tournament with that lovely chip chase, regather, and score in the corner. How good. Their backline played outstandingly. So they've leapfrogged up into second place on the standings there behind my boys, the Magpies.
Is that where you want to live, or is that just where you at with supporting them?
Oh, that's home at heart. Second home behind Northland, third behind New Plymouth. Tasman Bay of Plenty, we got treated to a fifth game as well, and it was a friendly, so there are no points in this one. So really just a chance to blood some new talent. And Bay of Plenty obviously started probably the stronger of the two teams in that game, and it was the Makos though that came home with a wet sail, running away with it 26-9. The Makos number 10, Campbell Parata, had a bloody blinder as well, putting a bit of heat on your old mate Mitch Punt, I reckon. He played bloody well, I thought, the young fella, on debut as well. Picked up man of the match, so great effort from him. I think he might be warming the old bench in the weeks to come for them. So we head to the tipping board though. After 3 rounds, we thought we'd better give the old listeners a bit of an update to see who's tracking and who's scoring points where. The point system for everyone out there is 5 points if you pick the result, and you get a bonus 3 points if you get the margin as well. So after 3 rounds, without further ado, coming in dead last is Stobey Stobes with 31 points.
Are you behind me, Stobey?
Mate, I don't know how to pick these. This is literally the worst competition in the world to pick. You'd be better off picking...
you just suck.
No, you'd be better off picking the Curacao fucking whatever it is competition. Like, fucking hell.
This is the real tipping competition, not this other bullshit one that Stobey's rigged up. This is the real point system. Coming in third place, or second to last as we'll call it, is Jack with 36 points. So he's not too far ahead. Big Len's in second place with 49, one short of the half century, and it's our master man that's putting pay to us at the minute. He's got quite a commanding lead on 60 points. So we've got a little bit of work to do here, boys, because old master man, he is doing a number on us. But anyway, we'll see how we go this week, eh? Jack, bit of EPL, mate. What was happening over the weekend?
Yeah, it was nice to have it back after the international break. It was a great result. First up, the first game of the round was my boys Liverpool, against Watford. 5-0, massive win. They just did an absolute number on them. Firmino, hat-trick, Salah and Mane scored his 100th goal, so that was bloody good. I like to see that you boys are straight onto your phones as soon as I'm talking football, eh? And then after that, it was... after that, I'll talk to my fucking self then. After that, it was Man United and Leicester, and that's, one of a couple of our listeners' teams. United look shit at the moment. They're a team full of superstars with no idea. They've lost 4-2 to Leicester there, and I think I previewed that being an important game with Leicester being a bit out of nick, but United being short on troops and very out of nick. So feel good for the weekend was the Tottenham game where bloke in the stand had a heart attack, and that a couple of players pointed that out, stopped the game, made sure the guy was all right, and hopefully he's tracking all right now. But that was a bit of a nice feel good. Just take it back a touch back to when Len was chatting around that Northland game. So interesting the fact that they had 80% possession in the second half up until the last 5 minutes and just couldn't score any fucking points. So they had shots out in front, shots to the line, but 80% possession and couldn't get over. And the other team had a yellow card during it. So from what I remember as well. So anyway, that was the football, and that was my 2 cents from the bit before. Next segment, lads. We're going to get into our top 5 combined time. It's always good to hear where the boys rank things. And look, a house party is just not a house party with some absolute tunes, some bangers. So we're going to go through and pick our top 5. Bit of a nostalgic vibe, I hope here, gents. Stobey, you're allowed to pick something that is current affairs. You don't have to pick something from way too back. But yeah, house party bangers. Get into it, Stobey.
Oh, me. Interesting. Yeah, well, naturally,
We'll see.
the biggest party banger of all time is me, and so naturally it comes to me. I've got a few extras that we can do honourable mentions later.
Stobey with honourable mentions. You suck at narrowing it down to 5 every week. Top 5. Oh yeah, I've got 5 plus 5 more.
Oh, I know. I do apologize. But so I'll start off with number 5. Now, this is just because it's fucking hilarious, is the hamster dance song. Because fuck me, that song is so funny. Like, I just played it on Saturday and it just got me so excited for just life. So I've got to chuck that in. If you don't know what that is, go fuck yourself.
If you've had sex, you won't know what it is.
Fuck, that's rude. I have in 4 Cotton Eye Joe. That is just a fucking beauty. Like one of not a house party, but one of my best memories was being in an Irish pub with Cotton Eye Joe coming on. Me and a few of the boys got randoms just into fucking
Naked?
like. Well, I wish it was naked, but we got in the fucking interlocking arms and dancing around like a bunch of idiots, and got the whole pub going. Unbelievable. Number 3, Never Like You. Flume. I don't even know if that's what it's called. Yeah.
I think that's what it's called.
Yeah.
Never Be Like You, I think it is.
Yeah.
Flume and Kai.
Yeah. Shows how. Yeah.
You must have loved it.
Close enough.
Yeah, I love it. No, I fucking fizz that song. It's a summer banger, but it's also a house party banger. Definitely get around it. Number 2, We Found Love, little Rihanna option. That gets me fucking horny, gets me nude, party it up. And then number 1 gets me. Oh Jesus!
Sorry, that was a bit loud.
Whoa!
Sorry, lads.
Yeah,
Sorry, listeners.
Feel 15 again?
Yeah. All right, that'll do. Sorry about the sound on that, listeners.
Now,
Not to you, boys.
One that you guys probably you wouldn't have is called Rinse and Repeat.
Tune. Absolute banger. Big fan of that.
Okay, good. Yeah. So that's also a fucking beauty.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that was 5 plus 1. And then yeah, off you go. Who's next?
Caleb is.
Come on, Liam.
Yeah, I fucking top 5. Mate, I struggled to get this down to top 5, and I guess I took it back to the old house party central when we were in high school. So these are a bit of throwback to some high school bangers, I reckon. At number 5, you can't go past the GOAT Avicii with Levels.
Yes.
That is an absolute wicked tune. That thing fucking pops. And number 4, we're going with Sandstorm. We're going to Rude. That again, another one that just it doesn't fail to disappoint. And number 3, I've also gone with you, Stobey. I've gone with Flume, but I've gone On Top.
Nice.
So that's a great tune, and that brings back memories more probably from R&B at the fucking Sound Show. That was like when he played there, unreal. Like, I was losing my mind. That was an absolute beauty. Number 2, I've gone Mad City with Kenny.
Oh, very nice.
That thing absolutely pops, and that like just losing my shit through high school playing that thing. That was great, and that was a real toss-up because I was tossing up between Drake over and Kendrick Lamar, but Kendrick Lamar for me just probably the GOAT. And a few of the boys will probably disagree, but fucking go Mad City. And my number 1, Jack, let's go, hit it.
Shakes just to hide in this place, but I'm still the animal. Nobody knows it but me when I slip. Yeah, I slip. I'm still the animal.
Lynn doesn't even know the words.
Shit, we were lucky to have you singing in behind that, mate. Fucking remix. Yeah, great 5 there, mate. That Mad City one, I know you only sing one word from the whole thing, but I know you love the song too. So great 5. Look, my 5 here, I really struggled as well because I definitely was. I loved getting on the aux or like I said before, my dad used to make me mixes when he was DJing, chuck the USB in, and we were fucking away. So I was always trying to get on the music, even if I was tits at it. But we're going to start with Sandstorm Darude. The amount of dick-a-doo-doos that I've pulled out in my time is ridiculous. Doesn't matter how old you are, you can never not dick-a-doo-doo. Next one is Bass Hunter, Now You're Gone. I thought Bass Hunter was fucking prime time, of your teens sort of stuff. And then this was an absolute banger of my first getting into that sort of more, technically techno sort of more housey and into that sort of now drum and bass stuff was Animals, Martin Garrix.
I thought you were gonna go. I thought you were gonna go Riverside by Mary and Dubstep. Do you remember that tune?
Great tune. Yeah, Sierra Leone by them, great tune as well. But next one was Kid Cudi with Pursuit of Happiness.
Oh yeah,
that's in a house party, especially with the movie that came out with it. What was it called? It's not in my head, but anyway, everyone knows it. It's a big party one. So that's a great song. And then my last one, I better get this ready. Was this. Like that at a house party absolutely goes. The other one, I couldn't decide whether it was that one or the Yin Yang Twins version, their one. To the window, to the wall. Yeah, that one. That fucking goes off as well because it gets everyone going. Like, even if it's not the best song itself, you just want everyone in a house party to be having the time of their life and getting amongst it, right? So, yeah, there was my top 5 of some absolute bangers, and then there was Stobey's list as well. Good stuff.
Funny.
We won't let Stobey anywhere near the fucking DJ Orcs.
He just stays by the food.
No, but to be fair, so I had some honourables. My honourables were rinse and repeat, which is unreal.
Yeah,
something about you, Odiza. I had Bass Hunter, unreal. But yeah, the Miso also said that Low was her number 1 house song. How crack up.
Yeah, nice. All right, mate. That's us for the top 5 combined. Stobey, you want to get us with the CJ Cup that wrapped up this morning?
Yeah, the Big Len Cup was won by the one and only Rory McIlroy. And fucking how good does that taste, Big Windows?
Yeah, fucking real good. And my insight of knowing, because he had a cry in the last interview he had, that he would win. Emotion gets it, eh? I knew it when I saw it. So it was good fun though. Obviously Len will get to his pick, but this morning with us going back and forth was fucking good from us. So
good from you boys to watch it as well. Fucking watch your man home.
Sorry, I was trying to work.
Bet, didn't you? Did you? I heard you guys put money on him, didn't you? Did you put money?
I had him at $5 at top 5. I'm at $5 top 5. I forgot to do that outright. Better than Stobey, who had peanuts on it. I mean, nothing.
Yeah, fucking I suck. Yeah, so he was paying 17s, and what was he, 5s to be top 5? It's pretty good.
Yeah.
So yeah, got the dub, like you say. Great inside Windows that he had a bit of an emotional session and then wins. So that must be the key to all competitions. But no, it was pretty tight competition. I think there were about less than 5 shots between the top 5 players. So it was pretty tight at the end. We had Morikawa finished up pretty early, and then McIlroy had to hold his nerve to actually finish and stay on top. But there were a few guys sniffing on their heels actually, so it ended up being a really close contest at the end. So interesting stuff. And go on then.
I was just going to say, it was bloody good to see Ricky. It was bloody good to see Ricky Fowler back playing some great golf as well. Obviously, last year had probably the worst year of his career and really struggled. So good to see him back in the top 3 there at the CJ Cup in Las Vegas as well. But yeah, mate, that last round was bloody unbelievable. Some really, really good quality golf, and the weather played ball as well. As much as I was hoping that wind would get up and Rory would cake it, it wasn't to be. He played outstandingly, and it's all right. I'll take a second. It's about where I sit normally.
Yeah, well, the boys picked the Quinella, so that's pretty good. Imagine what they'd be paying. That's a serious fucking Quinella if you've ever seen one. Top 2. So the boys went bloody well. Some good watching for those who watched. Just Len. But yeah, very, very good. So yeah, we'll move on to some NFL, which is Len this week, the NFL expert.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. NFL expert. Watched a couple of games as well. A couple went to OT. Would you believe that? The Steelers and the Cowboys both got the W in overtime, and absolute thrillers, might I say. They were outstanding games of football. The Cardinals also remain unbeaten. They're the only team that is still unbeaten after 6 rounds. And I believe, Jack, one of your picks was the Cardinals.
Yeah, mate.
Is your multi still live, mate?
Yeah, so I got my 2 wins, Cardinals and someone else, and then the Bills to play tomorrow.
Very, very
I'll tell you in a second.
And Stobey, mate, how's your multi going?
Well, I actually stopped after the first league because I lost. I think it was the biggest favorite as well. I'm pretty sure they were paying like $1.30 or something to win. And I was like, oh fuck. So yeah, NFL is obviously I need a bit more research.
Yeah, the Chiefs,
but yeah, Jack.
Kansas Chiefs versus Washington. I had the Packers to win, and then Bills tomorrow.
Yeah, very nice. So Jack and I both sitting on that Bills game. I had the Rams to win, which they got up, and then obviously the old Cowboys got up in OT. And we'll be back in the Buffalo Bills all the way home tomorrow for a nice little return for the fellas to end the weekend or start the week, as some might say. But that wraps up the old NFL for this week. We'll be back again next week to go again with another 3-leg shoey for the fellas. Now, hit it or nick it, the favourite segment. It was a beauty last week. And boys, before we get into it, I must ask, what was it like wiping sitting down?
Oh, I haven't tried yet. I'm so sorry.
You haven't done it?
Yeah. No, we haven't.
Oh my God.
I haven't been on the toilet and thought of you yet. But to be fair, we only talked about this Thursday night and it's Monday night tonight. So give me 2 more days.
A few more days. We'll give it a nudge.
I'm going to tell you, standing's not for me. That was disgraceful. I was ended up in some half squat, ass out,
power position, mate.
Squat. Yeah, I don't need power. I need finesse.
Oh, mate. Yeah, anyway, you're too big for finesse.
What's our secret listener sent in this week for us? I bet it's a beauty.
All right, let's just have a listen.
G'day, boys. So, aligned with the theme of house party, I know you young whippersnappers might like to have a few beverages and go to a certain corner of a house to do some aerobics with a female. So, what about that caveman contraception? Pulling out.
Oh.
Do you hit it? Do you nick it?
Len, you're meant to listen to these first to check if they're any good.
I'm not. I
thought you listened. Do you not listen to
as well?
No,
I thought you listened to these. So we've all just assumed you listened to them, and this is what happens. We get to pull out. So we get to pull out chat.
Can someone cue Nicki Minaj and just maybe we just leave that song on? What is it, wet ass pussy?
Oh jeez.
Fucking
pull out game week.
Len, you can answer this about for the group here, mate.
What? You putting this on me?
Obviously.
Wait, so what was the question?
You know the question.
Are you pulling out?
Pulling
yes
out,
or no?
you hit it or nick it. I'm hyper fertile, so I nick it. Next. Sports review.
Don't just next. Oh God. Stitch up from listener anonymous here. Thank you for that. Next time we're listening, at least one of us are previewing that first before we all get in the dog box, Stobey. Alrighty, lads, we'll move right along to something we know a little bit more about, which is cricket. We know a little bit more about this, but we're not very good at it either. We're not good at either. Look, IPL final was
pulling out and IPL.
Yeah. Thanks for explaining my joke. Look, we got the IPL, and it was bloody good to wake up in the morning with a nice little deposit from the TAB. I'll put that out there right now. So we had Kolkata Knight Riders on the weekend versus Chennai Super Kings. We previewed that with some fantastic in-depth analysis. We had Len going for KKR with Gill to top scorer, I believe, off the top of my head, and no player of the match because he doesn't read the agenda. Then we had Stobart with Chennai Super Kings to win. We had him with Faf du Plessis to be top run scorer, and then he had Mo Ali to do a bit with bat and ball. So at the end of the day, the scores went a little something. Oh, fuck, bring it up. Anyway, they got about 190, and the other team got 160 odd. KKR bowled first, and we saw in the Chennai Super Kings, Faf du Plessis 86 off 59. Uttapa and Mo Ali both got into the 30s off not much. Like we previewed, was a Mo Ali sort of strong 30 odd. Narayan bowled really well with 2 for 26 off 4. But KKR didn't actually realise how much of a flyer they got off to. They were 91 for none, chasing that, needed 100 to win with 10 wickets in hand. and then kind of shat the bed. You know, their middle order 3 to 7 just didn't really get into double figures and went 165 for 9.
Gee, wow.
Gill 51 and Aya 50 to open. And then just shat the bed. So Faf du Plessis got man of the match, and I got that 3 from 3 from that, which was some bloody good value there. Stobey went 2 from 3, and Len.
I went 1 from 3, mate. I had fucking Schroedman Gill top run scorer for KKR.
Yeah, but I had it for the match on the agenda.
No, but I said it was only for the team.
All right,
well,
ladies, all right.
We'll let him have his 1
that
from
was paying-
3.
That was paying $6, so suck my willy.
Yeah, so
I mean, you look at it as well, like the sides. KKR, like you got Narayan betting at 4. Like, what the fuck is that about? I appreciate he can whack a few, but that's ridiculous.
Mate, don't fucking knock the GOAT Baz McCullum, mate.
No, mate, that's a fucking shambles. Like you've got who you got? You got Morgan betting below Narayan. You've got Shakib Al Hassan betting at like 8. Like, what are you like? He's just ridiculous. Anyway, we got the dub, but that's just rogue. I'm sorry.
Anyway, we go again. We got T20 World Cup to look forward to soon. So that'll be bloody brilliant. I'm sure we'll do a good write up on that one this week.
Yeah, listeners, we'll get an ICC preview, and we've also got domestic season starting this week as well. So even if I have to preview that by myself, I bloody well will. But yeah, we've got the ICC 2020 starting this week. Some warm-up games already. Scotland beating Bangladesh overnight just before we move on. That's fucking outrageous. So yeah.
UT, now it's time for Jack's favourite segment, and it's his turn again this week. It's Joke of the Week.
Get on, the funny man. Come on, Windows.
You can fuck right off.
It was on the agenda.
Don't. Did you guys message each other during that before to say let's get Jack? Because it's definitely not my time.
It's fucking on the agenda.
You literally before we got on, I better find a joke then. Is it my turn? No, you literally were like, oh, what? Is it this week? Yes, it's this week. Tell us a joke, Stobey.
Right. Well, I mean, seeing as Hiddle Knick it was about pulling out and stuff, then I can definitely say this one. So strap in your seatbelts, ladies and gentlemen. Now, it is on the back of House Party. So, well, borderline. A young, attractive lady comes back from a house party. Let's call her Jessica. Unfortunately, Jessica's face is now well wept. Her mother catches her with cum on her face and begins to sob hysterically.
Oh my God.
After I did everything to raise you as a good Catholic girl, what the hell is this? Do you have any idea what I have gone through after your father left us? Jessica says, Mum, wait, my friend's made a joke. This is not what you think. Mum takes some of the liquid with her finger off of Jessica's cheek and gives it a quick taste. You motherfucking liar, she shouts. At least 6 different men and 5 from this neighborhood. Jessica, ashamed and nowhere to hide, quietly walks through the bathroom. The mum breaks the silence. And your father was there too.
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck, Stobey?
That's a joke.
That's just offensive. What the fuck?
Where's the joke? Where's the punchline?
Oh, go on.
Don't come on. She got come on.
Well, we know you don't. You clearly don't pull out.
Oh,
You clearly do pull out.
oh my God.
That's a from me.
I'm in shock. You can. I think it's yes.
Time for some horses, Stobey. How did they go running
Yes,
around?
tell us
Did they
something
run
you know
forward or
something
backwards?
else. You know
Jack
something
looks
about.
Jack looks like he's seen a ghost.
Fucking
Horses. Right, that went down like a fucking slap fish. Anyway. Horses, yes, a few of them ran around on the weekend. Some good ones at that, actually. So we had obviously the Caulfield Cup and the Everest, which are 2 bloody big races, and quite a lot of speculation going on with those ones. We had in the Everest, we had some fast buggers, and I believe Windlew's picked Nature Strip to storm home, which it led the whole way and did like a good thing. J-Mac and Chris Waller just, the GOAT combo and did a bloody good job there. So yeah, that was a good race, pretty fast. Master Crusader was unbelievable, and Liam Moore tested that, I think, absolutely stormed home, and I just think got too far back, and if they teach it how to jump out the gates, that thing will beat a lot of those horses quite comfortably.
Yeah.
That's a beast of an animal.
Yeah, mate, that was like the one thing it had to do was just not get too far back from nature stripping Eduardo. And what did it do? Get fucking 6 lengths back off the jump. Like, Jesus, that thing was flying and missed it by a bob. Like, and it had to weave as well. It did some serious work to get through. But
yeah,
oh, mate,
it's a beast.
Yeah.
I mean, I tipped out. Who did I tip out? Classic Legend, who realistically had been, over a year or whatever it was since it last run. So I was probably a bit optimistic, and I thought it actually ran fairly well to finish 5th, and will probably win a couple of races in its next couple of runs. I would have thought off that. We had Caulfield Cup, and oh my god, Incentivize. Holy shit, that thing is an animal.
That was
Fucking
mental.
freak. What a freak of a horse. Just got out from the widest gate and got in front quite comfortably, ran fairly wide to be fair as well throughout the trip, and just bolted them by a couple of lengths. It was pretty impressive. A couple others in there, obviously your horse there, Len, nonconformist again, a nice little second there. And Windles, you picked Incentivize as well, didn't you? You picked both the big races, mate. Light work,
baby. Chucked it in some multis, didn't know what was where. Fuck, it was good.
And then Persan finished 3rd, which is actually one to watch because that thing ran pretty well last year and keeps improving. Incentivize is obviously the favourite for a very good reason, but Persan definitely one for multiples.
It ran a good race in the Melbourne Cup last year, didn't it, Persan?
Yeah.
Got to come 2nd or 3rd, I think.
Or
was it just outside the place getters?
I think it finished in the top 4. I'm not sure exactly where, but it ran a really good race and probably got a bit unlucky not to finish closer. Definitely one for the multiples. My one to keep an eye out for was Mystic Mermaid, who got scratched again. So the double scratching. So keep an eye out for when that thing runs again, which was my odds pick. And then a few other horses to watch. We got Gunstock on the way to the Derby. Daisies is a horse that whacked them with heaps in the tank and could come out and win some better races. Extreme Flight, who I've backed now twice as favourite and didn't back it as a roughie like a retard. It's 1 or 3. It will win better races than that for sure. So keep going, keep backing the Extreme Flight. And then the lads picks, we actually went all right. When I say we, I don't mean me. I was freaking horrendous. But we had old Windlepiece go bang bang and go 2 from 2 with his best bets, and then I think you got a 4th. Was it Windles with your roughie?
Yeah,
nice. And then Len,
can't even remember his roughie.
Yeah, no idea. Len got a 1st, a 2nd, and a 2nd, which was pretty good at decent odds with those 2 other picks. So nice work, Len.
Thanks, mate.
And then as Windler kindly pointed out earlier in the week, I got the donut, so thanks for that. Not too bad, not too shabby. And
fun.
we've got our leaderboard after all that. After the week, I know Len has kindly pointed out that he's the NPC leader out of us, minus Masked Man. But the actual leaderboard, the one that means something, goes a bit like this. Len, after week 6, 20.99 points this week, Len, leaves you in 3rd place. Mr. Knick on 31.66.
No, Caleb, it was during this week's results.
Oh, just this week.
This week.
Yeah,
Yes,
I saw him panicking the fuck out there. Eh?
I got more. So I was 2nd on 31.66, and Jack had a big week on the tools, 37.2 points for this week. So
you were on the workbench, weren't you?
Nice to actually do some previewing properly. Just fucking nailed it.
Did you research on the horses? Did you?
Not the horses.
So the only difference there was that you boys both sat on the fucking nuts of Rory McIlroy, basically.
Yeah, well,
mate, you thought he was a shoe. He came 2nd, that your bloke, so you tried.
Yeah, no points for 2nd though, as we found out.
Like your whole weekend.
Two horses in Colin.
Oh dear.
That's about all I'm good for is picking 2nds.
What's the overall there, Stobey?
Overall, we have Big Len just fucking sulking at the back like the salty dog he is on 35. Stobey Stobes, after 2 weeks with the new leaderboard system, has sunk behind into 2nd on 55.36, and Big Window Piece with a massive week on the tools has gone up to 56.74. So
Woo!
pretty tight. I must admit, it's pretty tight, except for Len. Yeah, got some work to do, mate. I'm sorry. But no, so yeah, so
peaking your $1.90 favorites.
Well, that didn't work out very well for me this week, so I might have to change tactic. But yeah, so that's where we are for now. We go again this week. Hopefully Len can bring it closer. Go the lads.
Go the lads. All right, guys. Well, great episode. Nice to mix it up here with, just doing the segments plus our review, and we'll get on in a few nights. What are you laughing at, Stobey?
Just myself.
Okay. Anyway, we'll get on in a few nights once Stobey composes himself and has some more calming tea, and hopefully doesn't talk about any more stories of incest and shit like that, because that would be bloody nice. Look, again, thank you very much, boys. It's always a pleasure to jump on here with you, and thank you so much. I know I'm just kind of speaking to you guys here, but thank you for earlier. That means a lot to be able to speak on a platform that we've created, and just get that off. And I think, you guys asked if I wanted to pull out tonight, sort of thing. Fuck, that goes with anyway. I didn't mean with the hit it or nick it one. I've hit it, obviously. I mean of the podcast, fuck me. But I thought it was appropriate to do what we do and jump on here, even though we're at the beginning, and honor someone who did, that mahi real hard with Sean, and jump on here. So thank you. Appreciate you guys. And look, for everyone out there, love the engagement. We're having so much fun. We're growing little bit by little bit, and we've got great plans. We're already looking, we've already got one t-shirt kind of started, and we're looking at to do shit. And it's all off the back of you guys sending us plenty of messages about the enjoyment factor. So we do it for you guys, and thank you so much. All right, we're out.
Peace.
Crack a couple beers, we'll talk about the sport. Maybe some other things, don't take us to court.
Stobey, anything you want to add?
Fucking hell. Oh dear. Oh well, that's what it is, isn't it?
All right, it's life, isn't it?
You suck.
Was it that bad?
It's fucking rogue. Especially after in the chat earlier, you were like, "Are we sure we want chat on Instagram about going for a poo?" And then you come out with that joke.
Yeah, but that's what on this, only people who not that many people will listen who